CaveFam, welcome back to another video. Welcome back to another reaction. This is Segovia coming to you live from the man cave. Hope everyone out there is having a good day. Happy Tuesday, y'all. Happy Tuesday. Switching up the schedule a little bit because, like I said, on Thursdays I want to do a throwback Thursdays with you guys and do some older videos and see if these conspiracies from last year, early this year, are still holding the test of time. But hey, I ain't gonna talk your guys' ear off. But before we get into that, breaking news, y'all. Breaking news. I got a lot of comments asking me, what is the breaking news? We don't have an Instagram. What is it? Stick around for the end of the video. I'm gonna break that news with you guys. Life-changing news. But anyways, y'all, I ain't gonna talk your ears off. Enough with the chit chat. Let's get into the reaction.
Watching Demolition Man, and they said something. Sandra Bullock said something that kind of raised my eyebrow. Now, mind you, this video is from 1996, I believe. And in this video, they're portraying to be in the quote-unquote future, like 2032 or something like that, something or another. But they're in the future. But listen to this. This is in 96 when they made this movie. Check this out.
I've been an enthusiast of your escapades for quite some time now. I have in fact perused some newsreels from the Schwarzenegger library, and that time that you took that car.
Hold it. The Schwarzenegger library?
Yes, the Schwarzenegger Presidential Library. Wasn't he an actor when you...
Stop. He was president?
Yes. Even though he was not born in this country, his popularity at the time caused the 61st Amendment, which states that...
I don't want to know.
It's crazy. Like, although he wasn't president, he was still the governor in Los Angeles. And what's crazy is...
California, right?
In
not
this
just
movie, they're in what used to be Los Angeles. How would they possibly know this in 1996? This goes to show that the world is just some big stage. We're all actors in it, man.
The Truman Show. You guys put me onto that. I watched it. I freaked out. That was a trippy movie. We're living in the Truman Show, y'all.
This fucking sun, this isn't the same sun that I grew up with, man. There's no way I stayed outside all day in this fucking sun. This is fucking different. I don't care. Anybody can tell me this motherfucker right here is a different sun than what I grew up with.
Just a few years ago, locals of the Yakutia Republic in Serbia discovered something remarkable while exploring an area covered in thick ice. A Eurasian cave lion, an animal that people knew about only from fossils. Something that's crazy to think about is that her fur, skin, organs, and teeth remain almost exactly as they appeared on the day of her death, despite being tens of thousands of years old. Scientists have even coined it as the best preserved Ice Age animal ever found. A radiocarbon analysis of the cub's skin, hair, and muscle showed that Sparta died approximately 28,000 years ago. This species was one of the largest lions ever, growing up to 5 feet tall and measuring 11.5 feet in length. They would have preyed on reindeer, horses, and woolly mammoths.
You can do the Diddy if you want to. I mean, really, who cares though? It's just two famous people together. This is nothing. You hung out with this dude. This is nothing. We all have a picture with Marina Abramovich, the spirit cooker. If I can recall, I think I took this photo. I mean, how many pictures does this man have with pervs? Peter Nygaard? Are you flipping kidding me? This Peter Nygaard? Robert, you're grounded. Go to your room. Is this dude bumping uglies with everyone? Roman Polanski? Really? Okay, Robert. This Roman Polanski? I told you, Robert, get in your room. Did you know in 1998, Robert De Niro was questioned about an international prostitution ring where it had a former tennis player arrested, French politicians, and several golf princes? Robert said you should have never questioned him. He was just getting some call girls, it says here. Robert De Niro calls Donald Trump a wannabe gangster, meanwhile playing a fake gangster on TV. Well, I don't think Robert would do that. Let's see how this case played out. And kind of like Ellen DeGeneres, who I was saying for years would just go away. Everybody loved her, all of a sudden nobody liked her. Here's his ex-assistant accusing him of being an abusive boss. Oh, Robert De Niro delivered a double blow after a jury sided with his ex-assistant, awarding her $1.2 million while rejecting his countersuit. Isn't it always the loudest ones? I can't wait to see him in jail. Maybe Trump has the same thoughts about you.
We literally have Jaws on July 4th. If y'all are at the beach or going to be going to the beach in the next few days, you have to be very, very careful. There were just 4 shark attacks at the same island at the same exact time. Now I'm about to show you some of it, and I'll show you the alleged shark, but I gotta be careful because the video is very detailed in some parts of it, as well as speculation as to why. I can only show you the beginning and the end of this video clip, but basically what they're saying is they think it all might be one shark, like literally Jaws. It literally took a bite out of this lady's leg, and the whole leg was basically gone. But they believe there's a reason this is happening. They were able to get this individual shark on camera, and again, they're speculating that this one shark attacked 4 different people, or there could be more sharks. And now they're warning all beachgoers to be very careful because the hurricane is sending sharks this way. And if it's the hurricane, y'all know what this means, right? Jamaican sharks. No, but seriously. With the already warming waters, we've seen way more shark attacks than usual than any other beach-going year. So if you got people at the beach right now, or if you're going to the beach, make sure you're not in too deep of water. But to be honest, I think there's actually multiple sharks and not just one shark, and we might be hearing a lot more about this. They're everywhere. Why do all of our celebrities hang out with witches? I'll tell you in a minute. This video is for all the sleeping people out there. I had no idea it was needed. This is Michelle Laney, and this is
Look at her.
Admirovich. These aren't just regular witches. These are the highest degree priests for Lucifer himself. They know Lucifer by name as well as his angels. I can't even show you Marina's art on here. That shows you how bad it is. Neither can I show you what Michelle does, but this is her and her family, by the way. Before we get into why they need them, I'm going to show you guys their acquaintances. First, this is Michelle's husband. Notice the 2 horns come off the side of the head. It's for Baphomet. Michelle carries around a literal, lifelike face of her husband. People will say, oh, it's just artist expression. You have no idea about black magic. Her with Usher, and her husband's face in a conjuring circle. Her and Offset of the Migos. Her husband, all the Migos. A$AP Rocky. And of course, Kanye West. And again, she is close friends with Marina. Now here's Marina with Usher, close proteges of Lady Gaga. I just want to show you guys the background in this one. It's very ancient stuff we're dealing with. Jay-Z. Okay, you get the point. You can literally find these witches with almost everybody in the industry. Why? These high priests are needed to do everything the industry does. And everything they do is modeled after ancient occultism. When they go to conjure a demon or sell a soul to a fallen angel or Lucifer, these are the people that are in charge. A lot of people will say you can't sell your soul. Well, these people firmly believe that you can. There's literally a book where names are written of a certain substance. Again, this is very, very ancient stuff.
Believe it or not, this right here behind me is one of the Stargates on Earth. This Stargate is just outside of Puno. Now, this Stargate is called the Gateway of the Gods, and it was discovered in 1996 by a guy by the name of Jose. What's fascinating is that when Jose found this, he actually fainted. The reason for him fainting wasn't the altitude. The reason that he fainted was because he actually saw this Stargate in his dreams multiple times. Now, he claims that in his dreams that there was a purple road leading up to the Stargate, and of course, as you can see, there's no such road. However, he knew instantly that this was what was in his dream, and he knew that this was calling him for majority of his life. His family members also verified this because he had talked about it a lot with them as well. And what's also crazy is that there's an Inca prophecy linked to this Stargate. So now, what is that Inca prophecy? We'll discuss it in the next video.
Drone bombings weren't the worst of what Obama did. You know, the worst of what he did was overthrowing Muammar Gaddafi in Libya, funding the anti-Assad rebels and starting a civil war in Syria, funding the Saudis and giving them the green light and refueling their fighter jets so they could genocide the people of Yemen for 8 freaking years. That was the worst of it. And just goddamn tragedy.
Yeah, but he talks so well.
He gave a hell of a speech.
Great president.
He really gave a hell of a
Great
speech.
Statesman.
It's people forget how good he was. The job aged him a lot too.
Oh,
so he wasn't as good at the end as he was at the beginning.
Do you guys remember who pretty much got Obama in, who got the people and rock the vote or whatever his little campaign was. You remember who that number one guy was? Vote or die. I don't think he's locked up, but he got his house raided for trafficking and minors. Remember? Mr. P. Diddy. He was number one for Obama back in 2008.
So, what have we here?
It's crazy. What if you stumbled across that?
So it looks like PlayStation or Sony is following in the footsteps of Ubisoft, right here. If you are in North America, South America, or Central America, all games and other software made available to you for use with your PS5 system are licensed to you, not sold. Licensed to you, not sold. That means you don't own any of the games that you're purchasing on your PlayStation anymore. Like, I'm not sure how long that's been in there, but you don't own any of the games that you purchase on your PlayStation. Not only that, but if you are a United States resident or a resident of a country in North, Central, or South America, to the fullest extent permitted by law, this agreement contains a binding individual arbitration and class action waiver. Basically, what that means is you can't take them to court for any issues that you may have for them, unless you opt out of this arbitration waiver, which I don't know how you're supposed to do that. But yeah.
If you do, you ain't gonna be able to download that game onto your system, right? Good old days with the nice disc. Put it in the PlayStation, hit the power button, start spinning. Don't do that no more, y'all. I don't even play video games no more. But I do have a Super Nintendo. I want to buy some old school Mario games, but all these new, I may try that new Black Ops. I don't know, right? I was a big Call of Duty fan back in the day, but I ain't gonna go drop. How much is a PlayStation 5 or Xbox? What is it now? What's the new Xbox? I don't even know. Well, they're like $500, right? I don't see myself going to spend $500, especially with this breaking news that's coming up at the end of the video. Make sure you guys stick around for that. Homie's got bigger and better things coming up. I don't got time to play video games, you know what I mean? Unless I'm making some money from it, I might play some video games, but...
They get rid of Gaddafi.
Because he was going to start a currency of Africa just for that was going to compete with the U.S. dollar and the euro. And they can't have that because the way the United States controls the world is because the United States dollar is the reserve currency of the world. So that's why they can put sanctions on all these countries. And so what they're doing, which they shouldn't do, they're weaponizing the U.S. dollar. And so like when countries want to trade with each other, they have to go take their currency, change it into U.S. dollars so they can trade. And it was a lot of it was based on the petrodollar, which, by the way, Saudi Arabia just quit. They didn't renew it.
We're saying maybe January we'll let somebody transfer some jets.
I'm sorry, Mr. Vice President, have you, I know you're running for president. You are distressed that the Ukrainians don't have enough American tanks. Every city in the United States has become much worse over the past 3 years.
Yeah.
Drive around. There's not one city that's gotten better in the United States. And it's visible. Our economy has degraded. The suicide rate has jumped. Public filth and disorder and crime have exponentially increased. And yet your concern is that the Ukrainians, a country most people can't find on a map, who've received tens of billions of U.S. tax dollars, don't have enough tanks. I think it's a fair question to ask, like, where's the concern for the United States in that?
Well, it's not my concern. Tucker, I've heard that routine from you before, but that's not my concern. I'm running for president of the United States because I think this country's in a lot of trouble. I think Joe Biden has weakened America at home and abroad. And as President of the United States, we're going to restore law and order in our cities. We're going to secure our border. We're going to get this economy moving again. And we're going to make sure that we have men and women on our courts at every level that will stand for the right to life and defend all the God-given liberties enshrined in our Constitution. Anybody that says that we can't be the leader of the free world and solve our problems at home has a pretty small view of the greatest nation on earth. We can do both. And as President of the United States, we will secure our border, we will support our military, we will revive our economy and stand by our values, and we will also lead the world for freedom under my administration.
You want a cologne line, a perfume line? Okay, it take you back to that room and do it all over again. That's why they have rituals. If a Mason who's moving higher up in a Mason brotherhood, he has a daughter He knows the rules. Somebody in the brotherhood wants your daughter. She could be 12, 13 years old. You try to persuade your daughter to have sex with him so he can be wed her and have a child.
You and I both fought in the global war on terrorism. Do you think that was a lie?
100%.
So do I. I think the entire thing was a lie.
I'll just say Building 7 is weird. You know?
Yeah.
We're so money hungry that we would do something to that nature to just get us into a conflict and waste innocent lives. That the powers that be are willing to sacrifice 18, 19, 21-year-old, or anybody for that matter, for the benefit of the pocket. Who are we controlled by? Then that means that we're evil, bro. Our they're all corrupt and evil.
Tunnels.
That's got to be so deep, right? That because not only did they kill how much during 9/11, let's just say 3,200, something like that, but over the 20 years we were at war overseas, Afghanistan, Iraq, millions, right? Wasn't it millions? They said millions of innocent, not just Taliban and Al Qaeda and ISIS, millions of innocent people, just so we can go to war for 20 years because we make money. The government, the powers that be, I'm not going to say we, not us. We don't make no money off it. They make money, a lot of money, off of the war. Kind of makes sense why they were at war for 20 years, right? When they didn't even have weapons of mass destruction in Iraq. The people that did a 9/11, weren't most of them from Saudi Arabia, if not all of them? There's two sides to that flag, y'all, and one of them's very, very dark.
And some of them are more rudimental. Some would be just, like you could crawl through it and get to the other side.
Do you have any footage of this stuff?
No, I mean, there's plenty of footage from Border Patrol and stuff. In my county, we don't get the tunnels as much because I'm not on the border. I'm one county off the border.
Okay.
So I'm 52 miles off the border where on the Indian reservation, the Tohono Dominion Nation, and then 71 miles off the border where the I-10, where the county line intersects with the I-10. And so what we've got is problems of them pushing them through, backpackers, drugs, all that coming through the reservation predominantly. And then anything that comes across the southern border, pretty much everybody that comes through Cochise County, Pima County, Santa Cruz County, those people eventually are going to get in a car, whether it's the drugs or the people that are being trafficked. They're going to get on one of our highways and head up to Phoenix. And Phoenix becomes a distribution hub for human trafficking, drug trafficking. So almost all of them will make it through Pinal County at some point, either on our highways or through our deserts to try to get to Phoenix, where they will be distributed throughout the rest of the country.
Man, we're going to dive into this a lot more later, but I'm curious about these tunnels. How are they able to, you're saying they go from wherever in Mexico right into a living room or some type of a business. How are they locating that?
They are good at it.
How are they able to navigate into that business?
A lot of it is just a compass. You can just go with a compass underground and just look and see if you're still on the heading, the right heading.
I guess they would probably start in the U.S. and go to Mexico.
They do it both ways. So they'll start in Mexico. And a lot of these people, you got to remember, they can pass freely on day visas, or some of these people can come back and forth. And so you might get somebody that goes from U.S. side and goes over to Mexico and walks into a factory, and all day long, they dig underneath to try to get to that over there. There's some very intricate tunnel systems that they've done.
Man.
And I don't think the U.S. even fully knows how many tunnels there are. Especially now, we're so overwhelmed that you don't have time to dedicate to going and finding all these tunnels. And right now, the cartels, like I said, they don't really even need to spend a lot of money building these tunnels because they're having so much success just walking them through the gaps in the fence.
Yeah.
Or on the reservation where there's no wall. There's not a single foot of wall on the reservation. At best, it's 3 strands of barbed wire fence or some Normandy barrier.
That's it.
Now, I don't know if you guys remember, I said my girlfriend works for the immigration court. Before I came in here, she was helping out a judge on a case for somebody from Iran, right? Someone that said we were going to go to World War III with, got through on the U.S. border. I don't know if he got caught at the border or what, but he's saying he's fleeing drug lords and all this crazy stuff, and he's trying to get his citizenship here. I don't know if, I'm pretty sure the judge declined him. They always do. I said, do these judges ever let anybody through? But sometimes they do. But I hear some crazy stories because she has a speaker on, and I'm like, damn, that's crazy. Like, someone from Iran is trying to get in here. So how many people from Iran didn't get caught, right? And he was a middle-aged man, probably younger than me, right? I'm getting old, y'all.
They say Aldi fresh, but their salads contain bioengineered food ingredients.
I'm gonna have to start looking for that. I never look for that.
Their bagels contain bioengineered food ingredients.
Why?
Not so fresh.
Cheap, I guess. Money? Save money?
No artificial flavors.
Not my chips, y'all. Come on.
It contains bioengineered food ingredients. Even the granola bars or fruit bars.
All those white or ingredients.
Contains bioengineered food ingredients.
All right, family, there you have it. I hope you guys enjoyed the reaction today. It was a good one. We got another one. We got Thursday coming up, throwback, right? Another one on Friday. But hey, you guys ready for the news? You guys ready for the breaking news? I'm nervous, right? Not a lot of people know. Really just me, family, my girl's family, but we are having a baby, y'all. We are having a baby. Baby is due in January of 2025. Nervous, excited. Honestly, it hasn't really hit me. My family says it's really not going to hit you until you're holding the baby, till the baby's here, right? I'm wishing it would hit me so I can get this hunger. Like, I'm trying to get some valet trash going. I'm trying to get the business going over there, but you know, it hasn't honestly really hit me, but we're both very excited. Family's excited. Baby's gonna come into a loving home, loving family on both sides, so we're excited. But anyways, y'all, that's the breaking news, y'all. Finally, 34 years old, having my first baby. Took forever to find the right woman, never settled, and you know, I can't be more thankful that this woman came into my life, and we're gonna share a long, happy journey together, y'all. But anyways, y'all, hey, make sure you guys gotta leave a like for the baby, right? I think I'm gonna have a boy. I honestly been feeling that before I even found out she was pregnant. I felt I was gonna have a boy. My mom's side of the family is all girls. My dad's side of the family are all boys. My two sisters had 3 girls, so that's why I feel like I'm gonna be the one to have a boy. So whatever it is, y'all, it's just hopefully the baby's nice and healthy, and you know, I'm gonna hope I have a little boy, man, so I can have a little friend out there. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, y'all, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. I'm gonna see you guys on Thursday for Throwback Thursday. Make sure you guys leave a like, subscribe, comment down below. This is Segovia. I'm signing out of the Man Cave. We're gonna see you later. Peace.